program. So, the topic before me is role of men in ending gender-based violence and HIV prevention advocates. Over time, when we talk of any diseases, we always hammer it more on women, on female, not even talking about men. And I want to refer back to the Word of God in the Bible. If you remember where two people, the man and the woman, was caught having affairs, they brought the female, the woman alone, to God, to Jesus Christ, and said this woman was caught where she was having sexual affairs. Then Jesus Christ looked at them. He now went down, writing on the floor. I don't know, some of us may be familiar with that story in the Bible. And Jesus said, yes, when he looked up, he said, is there any one of you that has never committed this type of thing before? I want that person to first cast a stone on the woman. Every one of them look at themselves, they drop their stone and left. Can you see that our Lord Jesus Christ, because He's God, He is the creator of heaven and earth, and He knows everybody, He said, by their fruit we shall know them. He asked them to do justice to that woman if they are also free of that problem. So, but in our own context, either in Yoruba land or any other maybe Igbo, Hausa, or whatever, our problem is that anything that happens either sexually between man or woman, it is the woman that will be blamed. We never deem it fit to look at the man and ask for his own side of the story. Is it possible for a woman to just sit down and to go and meet a man and woo the man? Even though if the woman has interest, she will not show it. I don't know if I am saying the right thing. She will not show it, but it is the man that will first make the say, I love you, I want to see you, and this and that. Even if the woman refuse, the man will still make sure that he have his way. And some people, they take advantage of somebody, either because that person is having problem or that person is young or so, they will take advantage of the person. So my topic want to address men, and it's a pity that there are no men, although we have a man that is here, or they are workers, they are not from outside. If not, they would have listened to this part of the story. We want to see that we involve men in this problem so that they will know how to change. They will know how to make things easy for women. God, who created women, created us wonderfully and beautifully and giving us everything for us to do what? To live. We are also created to be the neck for men. He said men are head, Abi. So, but if the head can stand alone, it's not possible. There must be something that will hold in the head. Like when you are placing something on the table, without this table, that condom cannot stand. So which means that they are very, very important. They are very, very important. And our men should do what? They should try to take care of us. God, who created women from men, pull us out from the rib. It's not from the hand, it's not from the leg, so that the man will be able to punch or kick or bully us. He created us from the very beautiful place, the hiding part. And the book of Psalms says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High God. So, how do we involve men in this? We say men's role is very significant in the effort of stopping the gender-based violence. What is gender-based violence? Gender, male or female. When a man, either married or not married, starts bullying or battering, slapping, beating women for no reason, even if a woman offends you, it is not your right to start beating, slapping. And so-called husband and wife, we say, I love you, I love you. Does that love make you to start beating that woman unnecessarily? If you really love the woman, and this woman is taken from your hiding part of your rib, you need to consider and look at this woman that if you beat this woman, you are beating yourself. Because the woman was taken out of your rib, which means that a woman was created from man. If you remove W-O, you will see man. If you add W-O to man, you will get woman. So why must you be beating your body? Why must you be beating yourself? Why the Bible also says, love your neighbor as yourself. It means that you don't love yourself. If you love yourself, you will not be beating her like that. The book of Corinthians, I'm very sorry, I don't know if you have Muslim here. We say this woman is quoting Bible. It is also the same in the Quran. Because I know that during the wedding solemnization of wedding ceremony, the Afars used to say it. That in the Bible, we say love. Love is something that you cannot see, but you need to reflect it. It is by the time you reflect it that it became love. It's just like a song that you have not sung. Until when you sang a song, that it becomes a song. If you didn't sing it, it just look like you are shouting, just noise. But until when you do what? You sing it before it becomes a song. So love is what you need to reflect, you need to show from the deep of your mind. So we need to put men in this position. Let them know that the men and women, God made them to be helpers. Woman is an helper to a man. So without a man cannot live well. So if men are engaged positively in their impact, their impact will be felt positively in the community. How do we involve them? They will help to break down social barriers. If we involve men, they will help us to break down the social barrier perpetuates violence. What are those social barriers? They need to understand each other. They need to understand that women are weaker vessels. According to the School of Knowledge, when we were so young, they used to tell us that women have 7 bones, while men have 9. You can see that they are stronger than us, but we are weaker vessels, but we still have knowledge than them. Women have knowledge to put the house together. Even when a man is at crossroads and he doesn't know what to do again, the woman will calm him down. The woman will give him some information that will make him to succeed, that will settle that problem for him if you are able to handle a woman very well. It's not like a computer. Garbage in, garbage out. It's whatever you fill into the computer that it will bring out for you. So if you are able to take care of the woman very well, you are able to use her very well, you are able to use her, you are able to take care of her, this woman will make the house bearable for you. But where a man doesn't give room for any contribution from a woman, that is when the problem comes. The woman will start feeling superiority. Don't you know that I am the husband? So is it until when you say it before we know that you are the husband? Definitely you are the husband, you are the head, and Christ is the head of everybody. But if you know the way to handle your wife, to show her love, you will not be nagging. A lot of men know how to nag. Nagging just for no reason. So, how do we prevent this? Number one, we need to promote healthy masculinity. Encourage men to adopt positive values and behaviors. What are these behaviors? They need to respect a woman. We need to respect their wife. We need to respect girl's child because they are very, very important in our life. A man cannot live alone without the female parts. The life of a man will become unbearable without a woman in his life. You can see most of men that are still young, that are not married, whatever they have, whatever they make in life, if they are successful in life, either they have a good job and they have a nice house, like a 2-bedroom flat. When you get to that house, you see the whole place jaga unkempt. Just allow a woman to enter that house, either girlfriend or whatever. This woman will help him to arrange everything normally. Whatever the man is having, either the man is having a lot of money and he thinks it's okay, he can make it. He doesn't know how to spend that money until when a woman comes into his life. He will just be spending money anyhow. But let a woman comes in, that woman will be helping to do what? Accountability. Helping to arrange. Helping to do what? To know what are needed. Not just buying anything unnecessarily. So you can see that men should respect women. They should respect ladies. They should respect girls. Empathy, that's another one. They should be able to show empathy. They should be able to feel that if I am in his shoe, if I am in her shoe, when a woman is carrying Belle, carrying pregnancy, when a woman is pregnant, man is supposed to do what? To be good supporters. We can see in some places, some instances, when a lady gets pregnant for a boyfriend or whatever, people say by the time he was making advances, he doesn't know that it's going to become a responsibility for him. So immediately you announce to him that I am 2 weeks gone, I am pregnant, or I have missed it, we start behaving somehow. That is when you remember that I'm not yet ready to get married. I'm not ready to get responsibility, to take care of responsibility. And we start behaving anyhow. And we start telling you that you should go and abort. That is the beginning of the problem. Because he doesn't have any love. He doesn't even care about you. Go and abort. Whether when you go and abort, that person will die. He doesn't care. He doesn't even put himself in the truth that this person that is carrying this pregnancy, what is he going through? Even if he even accepts and you are living together under the same roof, for him to take care, to provide all those things needed, he's not ready to do that because he doesn't care. That is part of the gender and gender violence. To be start misbehaving, to put food on the table is a problem. To even assist you in doing some things. When we were growing up, we saw the way our parents do, how they assist each other because of the true love. If the wife is preparing food, the husband will be in the bedroom taking care of the children, getting them ready. We will not allow the woman to do everything. But some places, the man will be sitting, reading paper, or doing all sorts of whatever, and this woman will be in the kitchen. How did you finish? I'm hungry. My food. The children are there to take care of. The other uncles and so on are there. But this woman must do what? Heal herself so that it's going to satisfy me. This is part of the violences. And you dare not talk. If you dare talk, there's going to be as if it's in the wrestling court or where you do punch. Just punch your face. And some women, they are so, because of the love, they will not tell anybody. They will suffer, die alone, suffer alone, silently. If anybody asks you what happened to me, say, I just mistakenly hit my head on something. They will not say that. And they keep on, enduring that problem until when it gets to suicide or murder. So, I'm standing here to tell you that our men should be informed. We should encourage them to adopt positive values and behaviors. There should be no violence. They should be able to calm down, calm down. It is not everything that you will show your flex. God has made you a man, the head of the house. It is not until when you tell us superiority complex, telling us that, don't you know that I am the husband? Don't you know that I am a man? No. If you want to show that you are a man, you will prove it with love. You will prove it with the money in your purse. You will give the right thing. You will take care of your children at home. And the woman will not be looking down on you. So, number 2, challenge harmful gender norms. We need to challenge harmful gender norms. How? We need to engage our men in discussions and activities that challenge traditional notions of masculinity and promote gender equality. So the Igbo is too long, but let me explain. In some communities, when a man dies, the woman will be made to suffer. They will say she's the one who killed the husband. A man that you are living with, that is your husband, you have children for, how can you think of killing that man? Which means that person wants to remain a widow. Want to live your life alone. That is their belief, even the family. It is because this man, the way he has presented his wife to the family, the man doesn't have any stand. He cannot defend his wife before the family, before the younger brother or senior brother or the parents. So whatever they say to your wife is what you will accept. But a good man, a lovable man, will support the wife. Even if the wife is not doing the right thing, you will still do what? Support her in the presence of people. Then when you get home, you will now call her. hello, lovey, or sweetie, or whatever you call yourself, babe, like what you use the children of nowadays, babe, babe. Yes. You now call her, say, yes, what you did so time is not good. You correct her just in the close of your house, not outside, not embarrassing her before people. But most of the things our men do it, they are ready to embarrass you, they are ready to tear you into pieces in front of you. This is wickedness. There are other things in the tradition. When a woman, this mutilation, female genital mutilation, a woman is subjected to mutilation, circumcision. In some country, in some community, they gather female together at some certain ceremony. That is when they will circumcise all the female before they get married. There are some that when the woman, the lady is ready to go to be married out, they will circumcise her. And this circumcision is not something valuable at all. Government has kicked against it, female circumcision, that female should not be circumcised. Now, a female that is being circumcised, when she gets married, she will not get the good thing of life there. She will not enjoy her sex. She will just be like a log of wood. And you know, when a man is already high, that lady is still picking up. And the man will feel that, well, look at you. You are not even good on bed. I'm not enjoying you. And this man will start looking out. That's another type of violence. No. Giving that, rejecting her, sending her, just abandon her at home. And this woman that is being abandoned, what do you expect? She will not be happy. She will not be able to meet up with the other colleagues, other friends. And from there, she will start going to her friends and they will be teaching her all other things that make her home to be destroyed. Men need to support their wife by reducing stigma and promote access to services. That's another point. How do we make them to support us? Some females, some wives, some women, when they have problems like having diseases, terminal diseases, there are so many terminal diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, and then this HIV AIDS. And a man knew that this, my wife, is not having healthy, she's not healthy. It is that period that the man will reject such a woman. Whereas she's supposed to do what? To take care of her. He's supposed to do what? To support her. To give her good love, care and support. We are talking of stigma and discrimination. Stigma, ticing somebody, that is telling that person that you are not useful. You have so problem. I cannot relate with you. Or letting people know that this woman is going through so problem. I cannot relate with you. Such a woman will die untimely death. Such a woman will develop psychosis. She will not be able to move on with the others. So we need to let our men know that they need to support. They need to reduce stigma and discrimination.
Even if you know that your wife is having so problem, it is your responsibility to take care of her, to protect her, to support her. But some men, they can't. That is why we are having this increase in gender violence. You also have to do what? To support this woman in accessing services. Health services like going to where they can take care of that problem. Be ready to provide money for the treatment. But alas, some men will not do that. They will say you are on your own. Go and take care of yourself. I cannot stay in this same house with you. Rather, you need to get another woman. At the end of the day, we start changing women as if she's changing clothes. One is, in order to create an effective intervention to make sure that men are supporting, men are involved into this prevention of gender violence. We need to do what? Engage men in group education sessions. Engage them in group education sessions. It's a pity that among the participants here, there are no men. And we are talking about men. Do you want the wife to go home and tell you, is it possible for you to get home and say, my husband, I went to a program today, this is what they said, we didn't listen to it. Because the best thing is for them to be here and listen by themselves and know where they're supposed to be involved. God, it is God himself that knew that this man needed an helper. If you read your book, the book of Genesis very well, when God created man, he now look at him after he has handed over everything in the Garden of Eden unto him. He now said, we need to provide an helper for this man. It is God who decided that it is not man. So if God has handed over this woman unto your hand, will God say you should beat her, or you should maltreat her, or you should do every bad thing to her? Because it's your helper. It's part of your body. So God wants you to do what? Take care. As God has given everything in that garden unto you to take care of, God asked the man to name everything, and even name the woman. That this is a woman, you look like me. She will be called woman. And he gave her name. Now, in this our own time, men are now doing what? Beating, battering, assaulting, doing all sorts of things to their body. So, see, we need to engage them in this type of education. Then we have community-based program, like going into the community, going to the markets, going to different type of places where there are people, especially we have these socials, we have where the men are selling spare parts, where men get their computer village. Let's go there and let's tell them, because they will not leave their market. I know that's the problem. Most of the men, they are so busy, they don't want to leave their business, they don't want to leave their office for them to come down. It is only women that have the time to come to this type of program. But let's go and meet them. Let's carry the outreach to them. Out of their busy schedule, let them spare a few minutes and listen to their responsibility so that there will be improvements. Because I believe that some people doesn't know their rights, but if you tell them, they will hear, they will listen, and they will change. Some people know but they don't want to listen, they don't want to change. But if you continue to do what, to hammer it, to tell them, they will know they stand up for their responsibility. We also need to have partner with other men, that is, send men to men. So only few of them that listen, that care to listen, they will now send them to the other men. Maybe when they are in their social group, when they are in their places where they used to meet in the evening to drink, go there, have a chat with them, let them know that these things are very, very important. Because a woman, if you take care of a woman, you are taking care of the whole nation. Because it is we women that brings these men to the world. It is women that create the country, that make the country. Without women, it will be only men that will be living alone. There won't be children, there won't be. So therefore, we are very, very important. We need to take care of women. We need to stop beating. There was a time I had an experience with a patient. The husband beat her seriously that she fainted and thrown her out of the house. She was outside from that night till the morning, when neighbors now brought her to the hospital. When they brought her to the hospital, it was serious. In fact, she sustained a lot of injury. Unfortunately, she has early pregnancy, like first trimester. And you know what? She lose the pregnancy. Because of that beating, kicking, somebody kicking that person in the lower abdomen, and you know that she's pregnant. Just because she's not ready for that pregnancy. Is it the only the woman alone that will plan to get pregnant? Before you start sleeping with her, you already know that something will happen after it. And then sleeping with a woman unprotected, something will happen. So this woman was really battered that she lose the pregnancy. Not only losing that pregnancy, at the end of the day, her uterus was removed. So which means that, but what is it doing on earth again? You cannot have any baby again. And she will continue to remember that problem till the end of her life. And when you go to Arrow or wherever, you will see that a lot of women were there because of this gender violence. A lot of women were guilted. A lot of women were disappointed. What of a woman that has money and wanted to support the husband? Say, my husband, take this money, go and do business with it. And when the business boom, you now use the money to marry another wife. Even marry another wife is even better. Carrying girls about, side chicks. And you dare not talk. Even bringing them to your matrimonial home. Is that not so serious? So our men should be really involved. So what is the benefit of all these things we are saying? One of the benefits of all this is that we want to reduce men. The benefit is if we reduce men in preventing effort, in bringing them to realize that all this maltreatment is putting a woman at risk of becoming mental delay. So the benefit of all this program or talk is that we want to make sure that our men, they stop, they reduce all this violence, they reduce all this maltreatment, they come back to their senses, that whatever they do to this woman will affect the children psychologically. There is no way you beat a woman in the presence of the children that these children will not have psychological problems. Yes.
That's true.
I have seen where somebody, became so violent to his own wife too. When they ask, why are you doing this? He said, I learned it from my parents. Because when I was growing up, my daddy used to beat my mother. And when he beats that woman mercilessly, it is that child that will now start, Mommy, sorry, Mommy, sorry. And it doesn't have anything to do, it doesn't be crying. So by the time this child grown up, we now thought it's the way of life. I've seen where a man will need to beat his wife before he has sexual intercourse with her. If he doesn't beat her very well, he will not enjoy it. All these are animal behavior. If you don't beat her very well, you will not enjoy her sex. So the same thing this boy now started doing. He will always beat. And it is when he beats very well that he will say, yes, oh yeah, lie down. And when they ask him, the talk sense to himself, he now said, it is not my fault, that is where I grew up. So it is a very serious case that you need to do what? To stop. Improving health outcomes, one of the benefits. This will promote healthy behavior. So all our talking, when we are able to get to these men, to let them hear, talk it, let them hear. If they open their ear to hear, they will change and it will promote healthy behavior. They will start behaving in a normal way. And everywhere will become normal. Every house will become nice. Will become where you are able to live and enjoy. Even if there's no money. The Bible also says, as long as you can get your daily bread and you have rest of mind, the house will be okay. But where you have a lot of money, the man will say, after all, if I'm not at home, maybe you have television, you have this, you have that, you can watch. So television is it? Maybe we have dog in the compound. You can be playing with the dog. Can you see that wickedness? When you're supposed to stay at home with her, both of you will talk, you will discuss, you will eat together, enjoy yourself, you're able to.
Please, do we have question? Okay.
Please, ma, you said something concerning tuberculosis and HIV.
Yes.
How does the two have anything in common? Or how does the two relate?
Yes, that's very.
Yeah, wife. So the wife trying to get pension. Why the man no have the pension?
Okay, that's a very good question.
May be positive, the woman may not be positive. And we are still talking about the same immunity. If your immunity is high, you will not contract any disease anyhow. And how do you improve your immunity? That is why we are talking about good nutrition. Taking care of yourself, not exposing yourself to any jaga diseases like STI, sexually transmitted diseases, infections. Some people, they are so loose that anything can enter anyhow. They don't mind. And all those things will make somebody to be open, and then your immunity will start going down little by little. You will not be able to prevent yourself. So if immunity is high, it will not affect you. And once you notice that the husband is positive and the wife is negative, there are some things, there are some care you will go through that will not infect her. They can still live together, they can still have babies. That is the health facilities. You go there for adequate counseling and you follow all the rules and regulations. The other person will not be affected. and they will live together. Have I said something? Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for the clarification. Please, is there any other question?
Diabetes and hypertension and cancer, they are non-communicable diseases. But people can have them. But you cannot infect, as you are sitting down, you cannot infect anybody. But sometimes you can inherit it. That is, if in the family, somebody somehow is having diabetes, it's possible that maybe another generation have it. Because when somebody is having diabetes, especially a young person, they usually ask, do you have anybody in your family, maybe old, or 4 generation or 5 generation that has suffered this diabetes before? It runs in the family. The same thing with hypertension, it runs in the family, but it is not infection, it is not contagious like HIV. And HIV too is not just infectious like contact like that, sitting down together or shaking hands. It is what? Through the blood, through sexual intercourse, and mother-to-child transmission. We get it now. So diabetes are terminal diseases in the sense that you will continue to manage it in the end. If somebody is having it, it's better you don't have. So prevention is better than cure. So it's better you prevent yourself from having it. Once you have it, it's something you have to be managing. You become a manager. That is it. You continue to manage it with drugs, with food, with lifestyle. And most of these problems, they start with our lifestyle, bad lifestyle, the way we eat, the way we drink things, the way some people are so lazy, we don't do exercise, we don't know the type of food we eat, we don't take care of ourselves. So that is it. They are terminal diseases, but it cannot be contagious. It cannot be transferred from one person to the other.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please let's appreciate our speaker. Thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to ask, have I gotten your question in your mouth? Okay, there is no other question. Thank you, ma'am. Okay,
I want to ask them if they don't ask. Because we are talking about the male involvement in the gender violence. Maybe you have not encountered such a thing, or you don't have anybody around you. Now that you have heard, I want to ask you, what is that important things you decide to do right from here now? That getting know, or maybe my neighbor, my friend, this and that, something they are experiencing such a thing. How are you going to get the message down to them? Or elderly man will be raping a little girl. Is that not a violence? Is that not an assault? Is that not something that is unusual that we need to stop? We need to let our women know the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So please, we just need to answer that question at least. The question is, what type of violence have you experienced in your environment that if you go back now and see it, what decision will you take to help the person? That is the question. Somebody will say something at least. Let it be as if the lecture was not just in vain. Thank you. What action will you take? Will you direct the person to get help? Will you encourage the person to speak up? Because some women, they don't like speaking up. Will you tell them that if they speak up, they will still survive even without their husband? Anybody saying something? Okay, what do you take home from the lecture? What do you take home? What do you really take? One point that you have taken so far. 1 point. 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 You can't say that the man might just speak. What do you take or what do you hear? Okay, when I am going out, this is what I heard in that place. What did you hear?
Again, is when you're supposed to give up rooms to their wife to speak. Maybe if something is bothering them, and they will not be able to bear it.
Thank you. And men should give women the opportunity to speak. It should not just be, it must be me only. Any other person?
To tell our men to beat their wife.
Thank you. They should stop beating their wives like a drum.
That they should assist their wives at home.
I've been now. Maybe they help their wives for kitchen. Let me say, week before last, I went to radio station. What they were doing that time they say areas, the program they had, they said a man, it's real life, a man was helping a woman in the kitchen. And when a friend to the wife visits the wife, use juju on the wife to be helping her. That means in our generation these days, it is a taboo to help a woman. Can you imagine that? That a man should not be helping. That means a man that is helping a woman, it means that they have used juju. The woman has gone to do something to make the man to bow. It is not like that. Men must help women. Thank you. Any other thing? Take home. Okay, in the absence of any other comments, Speaker Mrs. Rashida Arike, please, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrongly. Please let's appreciate her. She'll be speaking on preventing unwanted pregnancy. You're welcome.
Good health, education, and a better future for families and community. If we call it child spacing, because we cannot help you to plan your family. It's you that can plan your family, that can say, I want to have two children, 3 or 4, or just 1. You can see the situation of things now. A bag of rice, and that is the most staple food that you eat, is about 60 now. It's about 60,000. Before, it's just maybe 30,000, 20,000. One time they sold rice for 7,000, and this is Nigeria. So you have about 6 children to feed now. You know what it costs. Family plan, I've said it promotes good health, education, and better future for family and communities. If you have family, if you do family planning, you have 3 or 4 children, there will be space between one and another. Like you have one this year, about 3 years, you leave the space, you have another one. They will not enter school at the same time. So the body will not be much. They will not enter university at the same time. So the body will be less. So let us listen to the definition of family planning. WHO definition. That is standard definition. Family planning is ability of individual and couples to anticipate and attain their desired number of children, and the spacing and timing of their birth through the use of contraceptive method and treatment of infertility. When people hearing family planning, they will say, it's just 1 child that I have. At family planning clinic, they even treat those that need children. It's not only those that want to prevent pregnancy that we attend to. Those that have infertility, we also attend to them over there. So I just want to say simple termination. Family planning means deciding if, when, and how many children you want to have, using safe and approved method. Using safe and approved method. This method is method that are safe for you. That is the one you will use. You will choose, we will check, we will see, do tests, we will do everything. If the one you choose, if it is not the one you can use, they will advise you. So we have what we call NECWI. They will check if you have any disease, they will check if you can use that one or not. Key points. Family planning is not just about you, it's involving couples, family, and community. It's not only women, it involves men also. Let us know importance and benefits of family planning for teenage girls and women. You know that it's not only women. That's why it's not only those that marry or those that are elderly person that can use family planning. The teenagers also can use family planning, and it doesn't disturb them in life when they want to have their own children. That's why we say safe method. Safe method. So prevent unwanted pregnancy that often lead to unsafe abortion. That's number one. You know, some if they don't want to get pregnant and they didn't use family planning, if they are pregnant, they want to terminate the pregnancy by all means. Protect health by reducing risk of complication during pregnancy and childbirth. So, when they deliver a baby, they have what we call hemorrhage, bleeding after delivery. All these things, the water we use, we lose during childbirth, everything, blood, everything. We need to regain it before we can have another pregnancy, so that we be safe and sound. So it helps us to attain that. Strengthen relationship by supporting partner decision. Men, they like women. No, you understand me? They like women. So if your husband, if you deliver, and for a year your husband does not see you, he's seeing another person. Let me tell you the fact. He's seeing another person. But fear that if I meet this person, she will be pregnant. She will go outside. And that's another wahala. So we're supposed to prepare ourselves. That's another wahala. Because the person is saying, you don't know how many customers that person is having. So you use only one line. Which line? Your line. If your line is low, let him use low. But if you go to business center, you know we have various. We have various lines. MTN, Glo, Etisalat, so many lines at business center. If you didn't do family planning and you push your husband to business center, you just be making call. And the person over there, many people are making call over there. So MTN will come, Airtel will come. They have various lines, and in case there's any disease, you that sit down at home, you can contact that disease. So give time for women and girls to finish their education. So we can understand that. So reduce emotional trauma of being forced into early motherhood. Wow. If these girls, if they get pregnant, this unwanted pregnancy, some do commit suicide. Some, the trauma, you never overcome the trauma. Because, and we as mother or father in the community, people will just be abusing us. Some things we don't pray for that. When they are talking about rape, not only people going dressing haphazardly or not is the one that people molest. We have some, maybe the thief, they enter the house. So something like that, they may rape them. So such a thing, we need to do what we call abortion, or safe abortion. It's not that we are promoting abortion, but some things we warrant it. For men, show positive masculinity, taking responsibility in preventing pregnancy. How many men that are here? Please, if you call your wife and she said no, it's no. If you force her, that's rape. Do you hear? If she said, I'm talking to you, Oga, you hear? If you call madam, and madam say, no, I'm not ready tonight. If you say by fire, by force, that's rape. It's not only people forcing people outside of the state. Men also can rape women, and women also can rape men. Yes. If your husband come back from work and this thing is hungry you, and you say and you say I'm tired, leave me alone. If you force me, that's another rape. So strengthen relationship by supporting partner decision. Reduce financial pressure from unplanned family size. For family community, children are born to homes that are ready for them. It's not the hope that they are not ready. Are born into hope that are ready for them. Improve family financial stability and quality of life. Reduce maternal and infant deaths. You know, you take immunization for the child. You feed the child very well. You will feed very well. When you deliver the baby will breastfeed the baby for good 6 months. Not using water. But the person that want to feed, that want to breastfeed, must eat very well. It's not that you take only a cup in the morning, throughout the day. You eat and put a cup on top. A jẹun gidi, a jẹun dáadáa, a jẹun adẹ̀wò dáadáa, so ọyàn wa á lè sè dáadáa, ọmọ náà á lè gé dáadáa lára wa. Kì í ṣe pé mo kàn jó oúnjẹ ṣá. Only reduce maternal and infant death. I've said something here. Support national development by prevent overpopulation. That is what is in Nigeria now. We are overpopulated. Our population, our financial business cannot meet up. Even those people that they have problem, and you can't believe it. Where they encounter them, they will still be giving themselves. They will still impregnate people, and they push them from house. So overpopulation, the population is too much. Before they say we are 120 million. Now we almost 140 million. Where is we have the resources, but the resources are not managed the people. That's why we have inflation. That's why we have problem with eating. So we want to talk about the family planning method now. Those methods that are available. I will show you from this chart. They have condom here. This is condom. It's the only family planning that have dual protection. That it can prevent you from getting pregnant and from contacting diseases. It's only condom that can do that. So we have, and that condom, you use it once, not use it and wash it. You don't do wash and wear, and your organ don't manage it 2 times. It's one. It's just one time. Do you understand me? And it gets technique to wear it. The penis must erected before they use it, and they need to give a small space. Do you understand me? Yes. So, but when you come for family planning, they will show it to you. They will demonstrate it. You can see the condom. This is condom. This is female condom. We have male and we have female condom.
Where's the female one?
This is the female one. You can see. It's longer and it has 2 rings, round at the top and down. So we teach you how to insert it. And be the one who hold it when of that is doing magic. So this is pills. These pills is daily. You take it one day at the same time. Not that you take one today. You leave the call DMPASC. That is, we call it Abere Aladalo. So this one, you can pass it round. It's you that will be injecting it by yourself. Take one and give. So it's you that will be giving it by yourself. When you get there, they will first teach you. They will tell you. They will give you what to do. And that day, Papa will be the one to give it. And it's every 3 months. Madam, you are laughing. You don't want Madam. It's not that the family planning that some will say, I've never gone. It doesn't disturb you. You don't understand it. So this one they will teach you which is injectable that you want. They will check you, they will teach you. They will tell you. So you will do it. They will guide you how to inject. So you'll be injecting it by yourself. It's every 3 months. But after teaching you, they will give you the dose that you take home. Doses will be 3. So you take 1. So you take 3 home and they will teach you how to do it. Do you understand? It doesn't have any age limits. And we have another one, 3 months. That is depot. That one is every 3 months. But it's the provider that will give that. It's only this one that you can do it. We have what we call implants. Implants is of 2 types. We have one for 3 years and one for 5 years. You can see this is property. That property, it lasted between 10 to 12 years. Some will say, am I going to wait till 12 years? No. If you do it within a year, if you want to move it, you are free. And one thing about family planning is all over the world is the same thing. If you do family planning at Ogun State and go to abroad, that's why they give you this thing. The one small card like this, you call it ATM. Once you have the ATM with you, do you understand? Give them market. It's the same thing all over. The method does not change. I've told you about that this one is between 10 to 12 years. We have the one we call permanent one. Some, if the person deliver, they may see the complication, they may advise. This permanent one is the one that is not reversible. That is not the one, it's for men, it's for women. But is unreversible. These implants, if you do it and you want to get pregnant, you remove immediately, get pregnant. The same thing. And these pills and injection, just wait for maybe 2 to 3 months. It doesn't disturb. All this family planning does not disturb you from getting pregnant. Some, if they do, they will say, I'm feeling cold, I'm still having headache, my blood pressure has shoot up, please, get it up. All disease, they were associated with family planning, and it's not. It's not. So before they do any family planning with you, they will use medicine. So let me check if I do that one and show it to you. And use the tell you if you can't use, they will tell you because of social plans. And they will ask you. We have what we call C4C. That is counseling for choice. It's your own choice. Ẹlòmíì fẹ́ ṣe kó sanra díẹ̀. Ẹlòmíì fẹ́ ṣe kó má sanra. Ẹlòmíì sanra tó mi mẹ́ta. Á ní alábẹ́rẹ́ lòun fẹ́. Wọ́n á ṣàlàyé fún pé ṣùgbọ́n and tabali disease kan wọ́n máa treat wa. Ó sọ fún yín pé kì í ṣe pé fètò sí nìkan ni. Ó tún wà kan rí wa, wọ́n tọ́jú wa. Mo rò pé àwọn modern method yìí mo ti sọ. Àná àwọn kan emergency pills ní bóyá bàbá ní intercourse la gbọ́dọ̀ lò within 72 hours. A gbọ́dọ̀ ti lò. But ìyẹn lè sọ pé níyàwó lé because you can't use more than 4 tablets in a month. Ṣẹ̀gẹ̀t ọkọ̀ wa bá rí wa jẹ̀ mẹ́jọ lọ́kọ́. So ṣe ti rí pé ṣèkìní ẹlòmíì tí máa lóhùn ti dàgbà. Even if you are a menopausal woman, you can still have sex with your husband. Àwọn ọkùnrin máa ń bẹ̀rù wọ́n á ní obìnrin tí ò ṣoṣù they has nothing to do gbogbo kan ọjọ́ orí mi. Let's talk about safety of family planning. Facts. Family planning methods are safe, tested, and approved by health authorities. Side effects. If you are there, they will tell you that this is side effects of this, of this, of this. So weight change, irregular periods, that is side effects. So that's that one associated with all majority of the modern methods. Only myths versus facts. That is belief and what is the reality. That family planning causes permanent infertility. That is myths. Facts. Fertility usually returns once a woman stops most method. The one that fertility will not return, which one? I've told you that the fertility will not return. Madam, which one? Did I say fertility will not return? Let's clap for her. That's permanent. That's why they call it permanent. That's one. Fertility will not return because it's permanent. But others, but people believe that if you do family planning, it causes permanent infertility. That is belief, and it's not proof. Myth. Family planning is only for married people. It's not only for married people. You can see my teenage people here. So those that are going to school, they can use it. It doesn't disturb them. Do you understand? When they get married, it doesn't. Teenage girls can use family planning. Before we have what those people that are Nigerian girls, and these my people, Belle by choice, they are educating teenagers mostly. Do you understand me? It's better for them to have family planning other than to have unwanted pregnancy. Before a girl will have his menses, it will be 18 or 20 or 22. Now, 8 years old, 9 years old girl is menstruating. That shows she can, anytime she's smoking, she can get pregnant. And the body sọ pé àṣà wa kọ́ ká fọmọ ọdún mẹ́ta àwọn ọmọ ọdún mẹ́fà ká fi lọ́kọ àṣà wa kọ́, but àwọn ọmọ wa nísìnyí ojú ti là. So we have classes, we have school, we have counseling for them. It's only those of them that are having boyfriends and those that will introduce family planning. Those that are not, they just cancel them that they are the owner of their body. So family planning is not for only married. It's not for only married. So let's link it to HIV and STI protection, prevention. I know that they've talked to us about the HIV, but unprotected sex can cause HIV, gonorrhea, syphilis. They have told us that. I've told you people about condom is the only method that prevents that. Encourage routine HIV test. Do they tell us they've said something about that here? The first facilitator. We need to go for tests. HIV never they show for face. And HIV is not end of life. People are having it and they still have children. They have children that are negative, provided they use their drug. So we can walk in, they will do the test, and the test is free in any government hospital. Please, let's know our status. because HIV go dey show for face. We need to promote consent, respect, and gender equality. Consent, no sexual activity should happen without mutual agreement. That is what I said before. That husband and wife, they should agree that we want to have sexual intercourse. It's not that, oh, na fún mi, ìgbà, ìgbò, gbogbo. Kí ló dé fà? Báwo ṣe family planning? Àwọn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Kò tí fẹ́ lóyún. Respect, both men and women have equal rights to make family planning decisions. Ẹlòmíì ọkọ ẹ̀ á ní tó o bá lè ṣe family planning yẹn pẹ́ẹ́n orógbó because they don't trust each other. Wọ́n bí ní ìfẹ́ tó bá ti ṣe family planning go and affect it out which is not. On gender equality, encouragement to support women in using family planning, education and health choices. Positive masculinity, men share responsibility, reject violence and promote dignity and relationships. Some men, they will say, kò ní wọ condom o, á ní tó bá ti fẹ́ jáde máa yọ. So ìyẹn ló tẹ̀ máa ń dá wàhálà lẹ̀ jù nílé. Díẹ̀ àti kan sọ, díẹ̀ ló ń dọmọ, á ní ṣé mo dà sí ni. Ṣé ìgbà tí mo lára ẹ̀ tí mo á ní òkú dà sí, díẹ̀ tó kọ́ sọ́hun olùkọ́, ṣebí díẹ̀ ló ń dọmọ. So we need to protect ourselves. Conclusion and take-home message. Key takeaway. Family planning is safest way to prevent unwanted pregnancy, unsafe abortion, and reduce HIV and STI risk. Encourage participants to seek counseling and services from health center. End with slogan: healthy women, healthy family, healthy community. Thank you very much. Any question?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Please, we want to appreciate.
Thank you. Yes. About said that men have their own protection. Yes.
She's
Protection.
asking if men have their own protection.
We have this thing now, the condom. Though we learn that they want to do something for men now, but it's not here now. Maybe they will be using pills to have children. So for now, the two we have here is permanent method and condom. Do you understand? Any other question?
I have a friend.
Yes, ma'am.
She implanted a family planning. She started one of 5 days, but before that 5 days, she started losing weight. What is the cause of that?
I've told you about family planning and methods. They will tell you the side effects of the effect, but majority of the side effects is not related to the family planning. Some may have other diseases. Do you understand me? They're supposed to go back. That's why if you go to the facility and they do family planning for you, they will give you phone number. Over there, can you see phone number inside this? No phone number there. No phone number there. There should be phone number there. They have what we call digital number for family planning. The person who do family planning for you, Some, they don't go to, that's why I say save family planning.
This one, they are going to the general hospital.
Why didn't she go back there? Tell her to go back. She may be having, I've told you about meat. That is belief. That is not reality. Believe that is not reality. Let her go back. Huh?
I told her to remove it.
Why?
Because the way she
It's
it's not the same again.
It's not the same again. You don't know what's happened to her. And you are the director, the doctor. Tell her to no. She needs to go back. They will examine her. They will tell her. They will know what is happening. Do you understand me? Before they do it, they will tell them the side effects. They will tell them what you expect. If you are in injection now, you may see your messes, you will not see it. You may see your messes, you will not see it. They will tell you that. They will tell you that immediately if you go do implants, if you remove it today, tomorrow you get pregnant. But if you are on injection, if you stop, you need to wait maybe 2 months before your fertility will come back. I've told you when I'm giving the lecture that everything, if they do family planning, they will say the family planning is possible. And family planning is not for only insertion or anything. We treat those that need treatments. Any other question?
Like a group of women were discussion too. We are told that a family plan is an open door to infection. Is it yes or no?
I've told you that it's only condom that prevents infection. It's not open door to infection. And I've told you that your husband may have so many customers.
Like you have already taken the family plan. That you always draw too much infection. Like you'll be taking infection draw.
No. When they want to do family planning for you, like this insertion, it's sterile procedure. They will do everything to prevent the that can cause infection.
You know, like a woman wants to pee, or like maybe want to use public place. A woman can contact infection easily, but once you have that family plan, is it? I don't know. You know, they have argued about it, so I want to be clarified. No, like when you have it, you have already taken the family plan.
Please, when you go for family planning,
Yes.
they will examine you. If you have infection, you will be treated before they do the family planning. Do you understand? If you have infection, they will treat you. You are talking about public toilets. That if they use public toilets, this, like, let's say about HIV, it's only maybe splash. Do you understand? You cannot, if you use public toilet, you cannot contact HIV. If you kiss the person that have it, you may not have. You know, those person, if he has any disease, they will treat the disease. He cannot open door for infection unless the person contacted the person that has infection. That's why if a woman has infection, the husband and the wife will be treated. Because if you treat only the woman, what about the man? Do you understand me? If they have anything, let them go to center. So it's not open door. That is your belief. That is those people believe. And it's belief. And I've ironed out some things to you. So when you wish to tell them that family planning does not open to infection. And the only one that prevents infection is condom. That is dual protection. Others, if you don't go with person that has infection, you cannot contact infection. It doesn't open. Take the one they put for hand. Is it the one that will bring this thing? And those that have the one inside the womb, you will be taught, they will teach you how to do menstrual hygiene and everything. And if you have any infection, you go to them and treat you. Any other question?
My own question, ma, you talk about, you said, what is it called? Family plan is that as a teenager, you can also have that, or
Yes,
as
yes.
a youth that are not married. And
Yes.
also, okay, let's say for a girl that is not ready for marriage, that's okay, I don't want to have sex. Maybe I want to keep my body until I get married. So my own question now is that I can remember last year that I was having stomach pain. So a friend of mine now told me that when last do you have sex? That if someone is not having sex for a long time, that it can cause stomach pain or it can have effect on the lady or the brother that have saved from sex. So my own question now is it possible, like for someone that say, okay, I don't want to have family plan, I don't want to have sex until I get married?
Thank you very much. Let's clap for her. Family planning for teenagers. I've told you that those people, those that doesn't have boyfriend, that does not have any person, they will not, what is it you say family planning for? If a teenager come to them and be examined, during the interview and counseling, they will know those that are saying no. It's those that are saying no that they will introduce family planning to prevent unwanted pregnancy. Do you understand me? So, not having sex does not cause abdominal pain. It has nothing to do with it. Do you understand me? If you want to remain virgin with your till you get married, you are welcome. Do you understand me? You are welcome. That is myth. That's belief. Belief that is not reality. Do you understand me? It doesn't. And they will say, we don't tell mothers to bring their teenagers. It's counseling that they are the owner of their body. They need to know how to handle themselves. It's not all that came there that they give this thing family planning. Only those that this one has been having sex without protection. But if you haven't seen anything, what are you using family planning for? Are you okay now?
Thank you. When women they enter inside house, their husband, how their husband will feel. If women
you will hold it for how the men they feel for male condom.
as you know what tell your husband say,
You can't use it without the knowledge of, you can't use female condom without the knowledge of your husband. And Jimmy, is that the question you want to ask? That you use female condom without your husband? No, say don't you know if your husband is using male condom? Jimmy, you know.
some men know they do
That's why we have favors in church. Do you understand? It's mutual benefit. You know, some men say if your wife do family planning, if you bring a share, no. talk to him. Do you understand me? Bring him to family planning to you cancel the person. And the person, when the person sees the benefits, the children. Do you understand me? I don't want to get pregnant. But if you don't allow your husband to see you, you will see another person. Man cannot hold on to you. If you know that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I have a friend of mine. I have a friend of mine. She did the family plan, and the woman is getting old. And she now told me that she have done that for like 8 years. Now the suicide are abandoned. I can't remember what she was telling me that she happened to her. But the second one now told me that she wants to go and do that family plan. I said, don't do it though. A friend of mine did something like that. She now maybe you should change your own. It's like it's later went there and do it. She's doing that 3 months. So later she now tell me that her period is not coming. It's not coming like before. I said that it's like I heard about it that it's not coming. But she's now continue to be doing that. She's doing her period every blessed day. And she now say, what am I going to do? Because later when I went for clinic and I asked that, did you do the test for that woman before she commit the family plan? She said no. And now later my friend that she said no, they don't do any test for me. They just give me that Tima. According to that one, she will now go back and say, okay, please, I want to do the test so that I will know maybe that one is not.
Thank you very much. If you want to do family planning, they will examine you. I've told you that they will tell you about the side effects. They will tell you what you should expect. Any person having injection, you may see your menses, you may not see it, no problem. You may spot, but not much. If you are seeing blood, it shouldn't be much. And if they do family planning for you, they give you phone number. You are to go there if you have any complaint. And before, that's what we have counseling. Hello?
Yeah.
Counseling. They do a lot of counseling. They will do general counseling like this. And we have what we call one-to-one counseling. They will do that. It's you alone. They will have many questions. That person should go back to hospital. And about the one for 10 years. When they do, even if it is 5 years, it's not permanent that you must use it for 5 years. If you want to remove, you go back. There's no harm in that. I don't want to use the method again. They will remove it for you. It's not do or die affair. If you do the IUCD and it's for 10 to 12 years, if your husband said you should have a child, baby, you don't need, you go back, you remove. Do you understand me? That's why I told you about infertility return concern that pills, injectable and hospital. It's not quick enough to return. You have to know that it's very quick. If you remove the implants, you get pregnant immediately. IUCD, you get pregnant immediately. If you are the one that doesn't want to be seeing menstruation every month, you don't do IUD. Because that one compulsory you should be seeing your menses every month. If you do the one that they are doing insertion, they are putting inside you must be seeing your menses every month. If you don't see your menses, you may get pregnant. And they will have explained everything. This is what we call medical eligibility criteria. They will use this one for you. If you choose a method, they will check, do you have this disease? You can see it now. They will place, it's 1 to 4, but the one you can use is the one that is 1 and 2. 3 and 4, you will not be able to use it. So like a person having diabetes now, let's see diabetes. So it's 2. For pills, 2. That shows you can use it. For other method, that is DLPAIN, that is Depo, Cyana, everything is 2. So that shows the blessing. So they will use this one. Because some will come, you say, my friend, my injection will take. Now that injection will come, me I want. And it's having thrombosis. The vein, very big vein for the leg. You can use it. So any other question? Are we okay? Balẹ̀ máa yá gbèrò níbi máa sì máa fẹ̀gbẹ́ mọ́kọ. Bílẹ̀ bá ti mọ́ máa yá gbọ́mọ̀ nǹkan máa bá ṣẹ́ ajé lọ. Àwọn ọmọ kàwé wọ́n mú tí wọ́n jẹ̀ fọ́mù tí wá lójú ọkọ fètò sí ìyá ìbòmù fètò sí kàlàyọ̀ lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ o fètò sí ìyá àlàbá fètò sí kàlàyọ̀ lọ́dẹ̀dẹ̀ o. Mo gbọ́ gbà lẹ́kùnlé bàbá ń gbé ọlọ́run gbà ọlọ́run ń gbé mi ò ní lè gbà ṣé bí wọ́n ló ṣe tó ti kéré bọ̀ dárí ẹ̀mú ti kéré bọ̀. Thank you very much.
We are almost wrapping up, and I want to employ every one of us to pray. If you have more questions, you can keep sending. The flyers that we're giving to you, numbers are on it. They are called Belle by Choice Party. So there we have some other health experts who can attend to all your questions and concerns. So feel free to reach out at any time. So, sorry, Mommy, please give us some time before you go. All right, so I don't know, do we still have any questions before we move on? Yes, anybody? Okay. The next we have on the agenda. We are gathering here for, so there's no need for us to go back to it again. So we want you to know that Belle by Choice is not just a program that talks about your family planning alone. We have other health sections that we anchor, and glad to tell you that on Thursdays, every Thursday by 1:30 p.m. we have a program running on FAGI FM. You can see that in your shop. Just tune in to FAGI FM by 1:30 and FAGI Radio is 106.5 FM. 106.5 FM. I don't know if we have. Okay, should be on the other panel. So please, let's just be free as we have other NGOs, civil society organizations that work alongside with us, that we are collaborating with as members to make sure this program goes viral. Because the reason is we've seen several cases of unwanted pregnancies, school dropouts, and then an alarming rate of child and domestic abuse. So this is because most of these people do not know their rights, they don't know their stand as a girl child. They cannot even see. I was standing by girls in school, I say, it is bad for you to set boundaries from the early stage. Because if you are walking on the street and somebody just walk up to you, maybe one where I just start talking nonsense, or maybe tap you where you're not supposed to touch you, and you keep shining and say, hey, don't touch me. that means they're calling attention. So we had a meeting 2 weeks ago at Oyo State where we traveled for this same program. And when we got there, we met with the executive chairman in charge of hospitals, the hospital management board. So when we had a meeting with him, the man made a statement that struck me. He said, women present themselves to be prized, and that is why they are prized. And so at this point in time, you have to pay for it. They pay the price because they have presented themselves to be that. And now what does that mean? Now he set an instance. He said, take for instance I'm a man, and you as a lady come to me for the first time and say, please sir, I need help. Let's say maybe normal, you need financial support. And the man came, gives you the money, say take. That was a gift because it was the first time you were in need. Now let's take this. The second time, because if this person has helped you the first time, you have to go back again. Now this is where you are presenting yourself because they don't spend money freely like that. If they give you 1, 2, 3 times, they will take it back. And so we are coming as a burden to them. They want to get their money back from you. They cannot just give you money for free now. That is where the problem lies. So that is why it is important for us as women and girls to know our stand. Thank you very much. There's still another one. Sorry.
I want to go.
Yes. So it's very important that as we move on with it, as we move on with our life, we should ensure that you said. Sorry, who does not have this? So you don't just like, what am I trying to say? You don't make your man, you make your problem somebody else's problem because he has accepted to help you for the first time. So helping you the first time do not give him room to have access to you. He has helped you the first time. Second time you can't go again. Brother, I want to buy. Okay, he will give you now because this is what you want. But at the same time, you're sending a signal to him. Sometimes I will still be you're sending a signal that, oh, fine, oh, I'm available. So which is why it's very important for us to be empowered. And that is why our organization is dedicated to ensuring that you have that life skill as a woman and as a girl that you can fall back to. So we are not doing training here for only children, no. Women, adults, teenagers, youth can come and learn freely. We have fashion, we have computer, we have so many other skills you can learn free of charge. Please use the opportunity we have now, because this is not about today, it's about our tomorrow. Like our mommy was telling us, he said we should enlighten ourselves, we should be enlightened. We should be enlightened. Why do we have to be enlightened about what is going on around us? It's because things that are happening ahead of us, we cannot really foresee that, oh fine, this is what is happening now. That means because this is where I let me just accept and stay in this particular position. As a woman, you don't have to just stay there. You have to move on. You have to work harder, whatever it takes for you to do, to make sure that you don't become a problem to that man. That maybe you want to buy Maggie, you now want to, that's how men decide to misuse women, as in use them and dump them, because you've made yourself a liability. And once you are a liability, this is what comes out of it. So please, we want to enjoy our mothers that are here today. You have a female child. Once that child gets to the age of
11, 12, that they have started menstruating, it is the right time for you to begin to talk to their ears. Tell them if you engage in any sexual activity, this is the repercussion, this is the result. Because these things that are happening these days is because we are paying ignorance to it. We are playing that, yes, we are all Christians. But if you don't tell them the truth about it, I'm telling you, you are not there in the school where they are going to. You are not there when they are going to get something for you. You can't speak for them. I tell somebody, I say, I cannot talk for anybody. Why? Because you don't know what they are doing outside. You are not going out to them. So why should you say, I trust this person? There are certain things you can trust somebody for. And there are some that you cannot, especially for our teenagers of these days. See, they are more exposed that we don't need to just keep quiet and say, just normal thing. We are having a sensitization one of these days along Athena here, inside the streets. So while we're interacting with them, a little girl of 12 years just walked up to us. Auntie, I heard you people talking about also using my tutor. So she just rushed to one of us and said, Auntie, please, I want to see you. And we had to just pay attention to her because this is what we are doing. Now, when we paid attention, do you know what she told us? At 12, she had a boyfriend. She has been sleeping with a guy. And then for the past 2 months, she has not seen her menstruation. So she was troubled if she's pregnant, so she came to us. And the mother is in the house. Yes. I asked her, like, I was emotional, so I asked her, I said, is your mommy aware of this? He said, no, she don't even want her mommy to know. That is why she wants to know whether maybe we are not. Can we help her? And I have to tell her, I say, come. Because we do not despise. We only welcome them. And then give them the right advice, the right information they need to know. So I have to tell her, I say, come. The best person you can make your friend are your parents. Your mother, if you can't talk to your father, talk to your mother. I told some of my guests, I said, me, I'm moving more close to my dad than my mom. I can talk to my dad about any issue. If you like to be menstruation, I'm having menstrual cramps, I'll tell my dad. And because he's exposed, he has heard of those things. He is the one that will guide you and say, this, that. Even before my mom would talk to me about it, he has told me, don't do this, don't do this. These are things that guide us. So it's not just our duties alone as women to do this, but our husbands also have roles to play in it. And that is why we are also enlightening. That's the reason we launched the 10,000 Men Give Belle by Church campaign. You can see the banners everywhere. This campaign has been launched since 2023. So when we go to interior communities, different villages and states, to make sure that information goes out to every one of us. As parents, we don't need to neglect our children. I say to you today, please, if you know that you're a child, that when your child will up there and tell you, mommy, I'm crushing on this boy, this guy is handsome, and you will beat her. Like you yourself, go handle. Yes, I'm serious. When they walk up to you and tell you, for them to be free enough to tell you that this is this, or have a boyfriend, he said, yes, you will be mad at them. It's not a bad thing for you to react to it as a mother. But at the same time, draw them closer. When they come and tell you, I had a girl, I was one of my mentees. She was just clocking, I think 17, as her last year. So she had this fear of talking to people or staying in the midst of people. And this is because of the kind of fear that was instilled in her. So along the line, she met one guy that was telling her a lot of stories. So she was telling me, I was not smiling, right? So she said, this, that. But she does not know how to make one. She doesn't feel like maybe she should talk to her mother about it. So when she went to tell her, she told her mom, a girl of 17, she came and told the mom, this is the problem I'm having.
mother to advise this girl. You know what the mother did? The mother started fighting with the girl. Up to an extent that this girl is maybe free to come to the house. Yes, she's not free to go to the house to stay because of the same issue. You don't have to, even if you want to be there from that to tomorrow, you can't change the fact that the world we are is a global world now. See, it's not like those are our days. When you say your mama and papa was there, you sit down one place, and you go sit down, you go hold your body. These days, their body is doing them, especially at the teenager stage. So it is important for us as mothers to begin to talk to ourselves, talk to our children. We had a section on girls' leadership, and I was telling the girls, I said, how many of you here has ever maybe sat down, let's start on the normal ground in schools. And some of the girls I was asking, I started by asking, has your mother ever looked at you as a child and admire you as her daughter? And say, this is my beautiful daughter. How many of us here used to wait? If you know you have a daughter, and you used to look at your daughter every morning and tell her you are beautiful, let me see your hands. I'm pretty sure most of us going there at that time. We wake up early in the morning and we are going out. But you know it goes a long way in changing the narrative. Yes, just you are beautiful. You are pretty. Don't let anybody talk rubbish to you. This was one of some of the things that keeps us going as little ones. By the time you keep appreciating that child, if the boy outside, the stranger come and tell you, yeah, do you know you are beautiful? The girl should be able to know that, it's not the first time, you're not the first person telling me. I remember there was a scenario like that in this underbridge. I was playing out for a program and that just came, fine girl, do you know you are beautiful? I said, come, look at me very well. Are you the right person to even tell me that you are beautiful? I said, you are not. Because I know I am beautiful. I don't want you to tell me. And numerous people have told me that, so you are not the first person. And it was like, why are you talking like that? I said, see, I don't have time for this rubbish. Excuse me, and I walked away. And the next time you see me, auntie, good morning. Yes, because I gave him his own cup. If there is time that I accepted from the beginning, because normal, because they are teenagers, they are yearning for that. They are waiting for it. They are waiting for someone that will say, you are beautiful, you are fine. In as much as you started menstruating, they are sexually active, and so anything can happen. So we tell our girls, even when we go to schools, we tell them, don't sit down in an isolated place alone. Don't go and visit one brother. I say, the brother give me money yesterday. You not for your friend. Come, let's go and greet him. When we greet him again, we give us money. It begins from there. Because we had a case like that. So thank you very much. We had so many cases of that. We had one. There was one of 14 years old. This one, she was already pregnant for like 3 months. The parents are not even aware of it. And this was because she left home. You know, there was one company like that came up and said they are doing they're into a gold selling like that, which just so they go on the street. So they pick all these girls from the communities that do not have people. You know, like maybe the mother and the father, they don't have money, and so this child is eager to, when you need money, they need flashy things. So they just rush into it. So at the process of them going there, they took them. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. He came and said, they took them from a nearby village. To another place. So when she went to a nearby village, when they took them to that nearby village, they did not know anything they are doing. So among themselves, they began to speak with themselves, because they had boys and girls. They began to speak with themselves. One of them eventually got pregnant. Do you know what the boy did? The boy was like 6 years older than this girl. And he said he is not ready to be a father. Yes. He began to go and gave to that girl. It was God's intervention that kept that girl alive. You need to look into that. If you have a younger sister, it is time for you to start talking to them. Appreciate your children. It's not too much for you to do. As a greet to good morning, mommy. My beautiful daughter, how are you? You look so cute this morning. No wonder you are as beautiful as your mother. You know, you call them those sweet names. Those pet names, they are looking for it. When you give it to them, you are encouraging them. They know what they want. So you need to let them know they know their worth as girls. So that somebody will not just take it from them. Anyhow. So now going back, people have talked so much about men engagement already. See, I know most of us, when you decide to go for some of this contraception or family planning, because you feel, oh, I don't even care, I don't know how to say this to this man, will you accept? You have that fear, yes. That says stigma should be there. Normal. It's normal. But there is a way to approach it. There is a way to convey things. See, it will take time. But you need to understand that this body, you are not the only one that is going to carry it. He is also going to play a role in it. So if it happens, you should be ready for it. Because we see so many of our children these days hogging the streets when their parents are still alive. Very young. It is unfair. This is child labor. I'm telling you, see, if a child of 5 years, 3 years should be hogging the streets, on a norm, as a parent, are supposed to be arrested. Yes, because you are alive and you see your child suffer. I'm not saying they cannot help you, but roaming the streets at that tender age, there should be a certain age for them to help you do some certain things, especially hogging on the streets. It's not a children's thing. It shouldn't be because they are abusing. Now it is the streets now that leads to some of them having some of these issues that they are having because, yes, they do not have the way. A girl of 14 years already is looking for money. So what do you expect? Maybe my mama don't give me room now. I'm at liberty to do anything I want to do. That is the world we find ourselves now. Please, it is not just about us instilling fear in them alone. It's about us giving them the right morals as children. We don't say, oh fine, I had a case, this one was actually my cousin's sister. So when I was actually here one of the days and I got a call from my aunt. Okay, let me just say my second aunt was telling me that have you heard that Oba said, don't I want to get married? I said, I don't understand. A girl of 15, I mean 14 years, I mean 60 years. I said, what for? At that early age. And she was telling me, the mother said she don't tire to take care of the girl alone. Since the father is not there. Now, do you know the funniest part of it? By the time we made our investigation, the man that wanted to marry her was 37, 30-something years. Maybe 37, 35 or that age range. And this man was related to the father. But they did not know. So it was until we did deep. In fact, it was the day that they wanted to do the tradition. That was when we. So we have to start the program. So please, it's very important for us to keep them nice. And especially when we give our children that are females. Don't just live there with anybody anyhow. You live at your house with man. You say, he's one of my brothers. Sorry, because you don't know. Those same men, some of those men, do not have God's fear. They don't have fear. They can finger that child. So you have to be very cautious and watchful of your children, especially the female gender. I'm not saying you don't work out for your males, but you see the female, you need to guide them with so much. Just carry them like the whole egg, so that egg will not break. That's how you're supposed to carry them, because they are very important. If anything affects them, it affects you as a mother. Yes, it goes to you first. If they must point a finger at anybody, it is you as a mother. Okay, why do you think that when a girl get married and the girl does not know how to cook, who do they say did not teach the mother, right? So that is it. So please, are we done with the survey? We are done completing it. Let's have it.
Can you read the survey now?
Okay, I know that family plan is not meant for only married couple. As a teenager, you can go for a family plan in order to prepare unwanted pregnancy. And secondly, I learned that as a woman, you have rights in family, as in the community. You have rights. You don't have to be scared. Then if anything is bothering you, you have right to share it with them. You have right as wife in the house.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. We'll come to our mommy.
Okay, I learned that as a women, we need to be respected. We need to be respected because we are women, we came from men. We have 7 homes, and while the men have 9 homes. So we need to be respected, and men, they need education, they need to be treated. That women are very important in this society. That without the women, they will be nothing. Just like computer, what you garbage in is also what you will also take out.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Tell us what you've learned. Me, I know you've learned so many things. Okay. Sorry, mommy. Oh, yeah. Auntie, share 1 or 2 words. What have you learned from today's section? We can hear you. Please, can you use the mic?
Use the mic, please.
Let me help you.
Listening to our young ones, our teenagers, maybe they have issues that they want to explain to them. We should not shun them. We should draw them to the
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Then we should be able to family planning in order for child spacing.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Was that as a young teenager, we should have the courage to stand in whatever we want and what we want. And also we shouldn't let what they say outside or what people say. This is how they do. If you do not do this, if you do not do that, it should be like the example she give the other time that because of stomach pain, that we shouldn't let what we hear outside. We shouldn't take decision just like that. We should seek for more advice.
Thank you, my dear. God bless you. Okay. Thank you. That's very, very important. Yes, sir.
I learned that we should learn to take care of our body, that all the infections start from our health care. So we should learn to care for ourselves, what we eat, and the things we take.
Thank you.
I learned about the counseling today. For example, we like mothers. We do not make our children to be scared away from us, so that they will open up to us and we'll counsel them in the right way.
Thank you, ma'am.
And we should go out there. If you see a woman that they are abusing or abusing, that we should encourage them and tell them that there is an organization that can help them.